Once upon a time, I once lived a life of sin, deceit, and lies. I was hopelessly living a life I wasn't proud to call mine. A life full of darkness, nothing but dark miles. See, I was a slave to a master that held me captive. Because he was the devil and the master of all lies, and I was nothing but a damn thief. I can never be free, he told me. It was all in his hands, the evidence he had against me. As the realization of this weighed heavily upon me, I settled down in it, completely losing hope that there could be someone who would fight and win the battle for me. Yes, I was doomed. I inherited sin and death, and this will certainly be my end. But in the midst of this, the Lamb came and stood before me. He told me to wipe my tears, that he already took the blame for me. I laughed because it sounded outrageous. I mean, my sins were huge and gross. No one could have taken them from me. My sins are mine and mine alone. So why is this stranger here standing in front of me keep saying he took the punishment instead of me? So I ignored him and bowed my head still, hoping he would get tired and leave. But he waited. He waited patiently and urged me to look up to him. Tired of his disturbance, I eventually looked up to him and I froze. For my dark mind wasn't close to prepared for what I found. In front of me stood a man covered in blood. On his head he wore a crown of thorn. On his hands and legs were holes of nails, I am certain and sure. What could he have done? I couldn't help but ask. He answered me, and even with the bleeding he smiled. It was all for you, you daughter of mine. Why would he take my place and put upon himself the suffering and punishment I had? What manner of love is this, that he gave his life for a man that deserved nothing but death? I was speechless as he took the shackles off my neck. He told me I am free, I am no longer a thief. My guilt and lies he washed away, and that was the thing, I am no longer a slave. Because he decided I was worth it. I was free of all charges. Satan had nothing he could use against me. My shame he took, my guilt he buried, my sins he washed with the blood he shed in Calvary. I became a free man because that man, God Christ, looked at me and decided I deserved another chance, another life. And as the journey began, the journey of a new life.